we're here with some of the founding fathers of the Nordic games industry, who they themselves, you need no introduction, but do you want to give us a quick go of saying who you are?
Sure, my name is Martin Walfisz and I'm the founder of Massive Entertainment.
Hi, my name is Fredrik Liljegren and I'm a founder of DICE.
Awesome. Because you started back in, did I hear right, it was 96 and 92. So a lot has changed in that time, especially in the Nordic space. I mean, what have been some of the biggest developments that you guys have seen?
Well, obviously the entire mobile space is the biggest change everywhere, not just in the Nordics. Yeah. But it basically means that so many more people can actually develop games and get their games played by the audience everywhere. Yeah.
Have you had much of a focus on mobile yourself?
Not myself as a career really, but for the Nordic space, I think when we started it was one or two companies. Today you have an actual industry in the Nordic region with some anchor tenants like Massive and DICE being hundreds of people in one company, and then lots of offsprings from that. So you have an entire industry now.
Because what was the Nordic region seen as back in the kind of 90s, early noughties? Because now we think of it as just an epicenter for so much talent. Was it considered like that back in the day, or has it been a...
Well, creating games wasn't really a real career back then, obviously. It was, can you really work with that? But we had a demo scene. We had a lot of people hacking on computers and creating fantastic visual demos, basically. So there was a lot of talent here, and that's really what sort of started and sparked the industry in the region.
Nice. When did you notice things changing? When did you sit up and go, oh, this is such an exciting time to be part of the industry?
I think really when DICE actually went, and did Battlefield was probably when it really took off, and that's like 96, 97. Around that time frame is when it really started to get going.
Because what about some of the technicalities of making games? Obviously, this is a period where the technology was so nascent. I mean, you're saying didn't have email or any of was social media, all this stuff that we see, like building communities, is so important now. You didn't have back then. What was that like?
Back then, it was just a game. Just create something that is fun to play, and sort of everything else you didn't have. So in a way, it was easier. Just focus on making it fun.
Do you think that games have lost their sense of fun somehow now, being focused on monetization and building communities and implementing all these mechanics?
I don't think so. I think actually there is so many more games out there than in our days, because we were restricted by working with publishers. There was limited opportunities to get out there. Now you see such creative coming out of the indie scene with incredible stuff about war and heartache and stuff like that. I don't think would ever get a space before, because everything was so commercial. So I think actually it's better now. There's a lot more creativity coming out.
I totally agree. I mean, it's the whole free-to-play and social and online and everything. I mean, it just adds to the game experience. So I think games today are more fun than they used to be.
Awesome, that's good to know. We're in a good spot. I guess, is there anything, cheeky question, that you're frustrated about in the industry at the moment? Anything you think we can change, or you've seen kind of twist and it's not as good as the good old days, I guess?
Oh, that's a really good question. Yeah. No, I mean, in a way, it's easier than ever to create games and get them out there. So the change that has been, I mean, really, it's been for the better. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't really think there's anything that I would really say was better before. I mean, I think it's the same passion people now start. They have so much more opportunity. There's so much technology and middleware and everything else that allowing people that might not have the really deep technical skill set that we needed to have, that can actually create stuff with Unity and Unreal Engine and all that stuff. And so there's so much more opportunities. I wouldn't want to go back.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to chat, and have a great rest of conference.
Thank you. Thank you so much.